So we can start the 60th page, Govind pareekh. Okay, Samsarjana Kala. Okay, so after the Panchakarma, okay, after doing the Vamana or Virejana, or so after doing this Vamana, Virejana, Shodhana karmas, we have to follow Patya. Okay, so for how many days we have to do the Patya? So if the patient has got Pradhana Shuddhi, then 12 Anna Kala we have to follow the Samsarjana Kama, like Patya Kala. So 12 Anna Kala means 7 days it will be coming. So Samsarjana Kala means we will be following the Patya, like Peya, Vilepi, Akrita Yusha, Krita Yusha, Akrita Mamsarasa, Krita Mamsarasa, this we have to follow. So how many days we have to follow? 12 Anna Kala. So 12 Anna Kala will be coming, around 7 days will be coming. If it is Madhyama Shuddhi, 8 Annakala. So 8 Annakala means 5 days it will become. Avara Shuddhi, 4 Annakala. So it will be 3 days, within 3 days we can finish the Samsarjana Kala. So Avara Shuddhi mein Akrita Yusha va Akrita Mamsara ka prayog nahi karate hai. So if in Avara Shuddhi, Akrita Yusha and Akrita Mamsarasa we are not using, only Krita Yusha, Krita Mamsarasa, that Patyakrama will be following. Okay, so these are the Samsarjana Kala based on the Shuddhi. Okay, so how many Anna Kala and how many days it will be finishing the Samsarjana Kala. So this they have mentioned here. Next one is Upashaya, the 18 varieties. Okay, Upashaya, Anupashaya, 18 types are there based on the Aushadha, Anna, Vihara. Okay, Upashaya means specifying things, Anupashaya which is it will aggravating. Okay, so like that Upashaya, Anupashaya, 18 varieties are there based on the Aushadha, Anna, Vihara, and this they will be asking some example they will be giving you, and they will ask you which type they will ask. Okay, so Upashaya, Anupashaya, how they are dividing means Hedu Viparita, opposite to the cause. Okay, opposite to the cause of the disorder. Hedu Viparita, opposite to the cause of the disease. So in the Aushadha what will be coming? Okay, in Anna what will be coming? In Vihara what are the examples they have given? In the same way, Vyadhi Viparita, opposite to the disease. Okay, opposite to the disease, which is example for the Aushadha, opposite to the disease, example for the Anna, opposite to the disease, Vihara. These are all they have given the explanation. Hedu Vyadhi Viparita. Okay, Hedu Vyadhi Viparita means opposite to the both cause of the disorder and the disorder. Okay, cause and disorder, opposite to the cause, opposite to the disease. Example for Aushadha, example for Anna, example for Vihara they have given. Hedu Viparidarthakari. Okay, similar to the cause of the disorder. Viparidarthakari means similarity. Okay, similar to the cause for the disease, that is called Hedu Viparidarthakari. So in that Aushadha, Anna, Vihara examples they have given. Vyadhi Viparidarthakari, similar to the disease. Okay, so similar to the disease we can give Aushadha, similar to the disease we can give Anna, similar to the disease we can give Vihara. Hedu Vyadhi Viparidarthakari, similar to both cause for the disorder and the disorder. Okay, Viparidarthakari means similar. So similar to the Vyadhi, similar to the Hedu, like that Aushadha, Anna, Vihara. Okay. Okay, so we can see the examples. Okay, so in Hedu Viparita Aushadha. Okay, so in the Aushadha category, what opposite to the cause for the disorder we are giving. So Ushna Aushadha in Shida Jwara. So Shida Jwara means severe cold sensation will be there. So we are giving Ushna Aushadha. Okay, Ushna Virya type of medicines we are giving. So opposite to the cause for the disorder we are giving. Okay, so Shida Jwara, in that Ushna Aushadha we are giving, so that is Hedu Viparita Aushadha, example for that. Then Taila for Vada Dosha, Grida for Pitta Dosha, Madhu for Kapha Dosha. These are all Hedu Viparita Aushadha's examples. Okay. So, Ushna Aushadha in Shida Jwara, Taila for Vada Dosha, Grida for Pitta Dosha, Madhu for Kapha Dosha. These are all examples for the Hedu Viparita Aushadha. In Hedu Viparita Anna, okay, Mamsa Rasa in Vadaja Jwara. Okay, Vadaja predominancy is always related with the Dhadu Kshaya. Okay, so we have to increase the Dhadu, for that we have to give Mamsa Rasa. Okay, so Anna we are giving like for increasing the Dhadu, that is the opposite for like Dhadu Kshay is the reason for getting the Vadaja Jwara. So opposite to the Dhadu Kshay we have to increase the Dhadu. So for that Mamsa Rasa we are giving. So opposite to the cause for the disorder, Mamsa Rasa we are giving for the Vadaja Jwara, so that Vadaja Jwara will reduce. So Hedu Viparita Anna, example for that is Mamsa Rasa in Vadaja Jwara. Okay, then Vihara, Jagarana in Kafajanya Vyadi. Okay, Kafajanya Vyadi, like Kafa Prakopa usually happens in the Divasopna. Okay, like during the Divasopna, the Kapha Prakopa will be happening, or because so if you do Jagarana, Ratri Jagarana, if you are doing, like if you are not sleeping at the night time, then what happen? It leads to increase of the Vada dosha, it will reduce the Kapha dosha. So opposite to the Hedu. So the Hedu is Divasopna, so due to Kapha dosha, Vardhana is happen. So due to that, the patient is suffering will be Kafaja Vyadi. So opposite to the cause is, like Divasopna was the cause, so opposite to the cause is Jagarana, Ratri Jagarana, like you are not sleeping at the night time. Okay, so Ratri Jagarana is the opposite of the cause. So through that way, Kafajanya Vyadi we can reduce it. So Hedu Viparida Vihara. Jagarana in Kafajanya Vyadi. Okay, or opposite thing you can do, like sleep in the Jagarana Vyadi, like those who are not sleeping at the night time. So because of that, if you are getting some disorder, then you should do Divasopna. Then what happen? That symptoms will get reduced. So this will comes under the Hedu Viparida Vihara. Okay, any one of the example they will be giving, and they will ask you it comes under the which category. Okay, so these are the examples for the Hedu Viparida Aushada, Hedu Viparida Anna, Hedu Viparida Vihara. Next one is Vyadi Viparida. Okay, opposite to the disease. Like in Adisara, we can give Patha. Okay, for Adisara, we can give Patha. That is an opposite to the disorder. Like Patha, if you give, it reduces the Adisara. It is not the opposite of the causative factors. If you give in Vadaja Jwara, Druta Sevana is indicated. In Visha, Shirisha. Shirisha is a Vishakna. Prameha, Haridra. Kushta, Khadira. Like single drug is there. No? So these are all Vyadi Viparida. Okay, we are giving medicines to the disorder. Opposite, we are giving the medicines to the disorder, so that disorder is getting reducing. So Vyadi Viparida Aushada examples. Okay, Vyadi Viparida Anna. In Adisara, we are giving Masura. In Vadaja Jwara, we are giving Peya. In Kafaja Jwara, we are giving Purana Rektashali. Okay, so these are all opposite to the Vyadi, we are giving this type of diet. Okay, then Vihara, Udavarta in Pravahana. Okay. So Udavarta is happening because of the Vayu Pradilomadwa, like Vayu is moving in opposite direction, that is called Udavarta. So Pravahana means opposite to the Udavarta, which means we are giving stress. Okay, we are giving pressure to the, so then what happened? The Vayu will be moving to the same direction. Okay, so if a patient is having Udavarta, do Pravahana, so the Vayu will move into the same direction. So that is the Vyadi Viparida Vihara. Okay, so these are the examples for the Vyadi Viparida Aushada Anna Vihara. Opposite to the disorder, we are giving medicine, we are giving the Aushada, we are giving the Anna, and we are giving the Vihara. Ubaya Hedu. Okay, like both, like for Hedu and Vyadi. Okay, we are giving the Aushada Anna Vihara opposite to the cause and opposite to the disorder. Example is Vadaja Shoda. For that we are giving Dashamola. Okay, so Dashamola is having the property, it reduces the swelling also, at the same time it reduces the Vada dosha. So Vadaja Shoda. So Vada is responsible for getting the Shoda. Okay. So Dashamola, it is opposite to the dosha. Like it will reduces the Vada dosha also. At the same time, it reduces the Shoda also. So Vyadi and Hedu Viparida. For that example, in comes under the Aushada is for Vadaja Shoda, we are giving Dashamola. Then Vada and Sleshma Grandhi, for that Takra we are giving. Sorry, Grahani. Okay, Vada and Sleshmaja Grahani, for that we are giving Takra. Okay, so Takra, it is good for the Grahani Roga also. At the same time, Takra will reduce the Vada and Kafadosha. So Vada and Kafadosha is responsible for getting the Grahani. Okay, so if you give Takra, what happens? It reduces the Vyadi also, but at the same time, it reduces the dosha responsible for getting the Grahani. So that's why in Anna, Vada and Sleshmaja Grahani, we are giving Takra, so that comes under the Ubaya Hedu, which means Hedu Vyadi Viparida example. In Shida Jwara, we are giving Peya. So, Peya, it will reduces the Jwara also. At the same time, the dosha responsible for getting the Shida Jwara, that also will become reduces. Okay, then in the Vihara category, Kafaja Tantra due to day sleep. And if you are giving rukshada, night awakening, okay, like you are doing divasopna, okay, so because of that what happened, it result in the kafaja tandra vyadi. If you do ratri jagarana, then what happened, rukshatva will become created, and due to that kapha dosha will become reduces, and tandra vyadi also will become reduces. Okay, so ubaya hedu vyadi viparita. So due to the divasopna, whatever disorder you are getting, the tandra we have got, kafaja tandra we have got. Due to the divasopna, kapha has become increased, and due to that you have got tandra roga. And if you do ratri jagarana, then what happened, rukshada will become created, so it reduces the kapha also, and the kafaja tandra also will become reduces. So it comes under the hedu vyadi vihara example. Next one is hedu viparitarthakari. Okay, similar to the disorder, similar to the causative factor. Okay, hot poultice in paitiga vrana shofa. Okay, ushna upanaha. So the patient has got shofa due to pittaja vrana. Okay, so pitta dosha is there and swelling is also there. So we are giving ushna upanaha. Okay, ushna to it will usually increases the pitta dosha, no, but we are giving the ushna upanaha. Okay, for reducing the swelling, because if you give ushna upanaha to the shofa, then what happen, it will make that shofa will become pakwa, and very easily we can remove the this pus form, like when the pus is forming, then we can easily remove the pus and we can do the vrana chikitsa. Okay, so this is the line of treatment for the shofa. Okay, if your patient is suffering with the shofa, if you give upanaha, what happen, very easily that shofa will become attain the pakwa avastha, and we can do the release the pus formation, and there will be vrana will be forming, then we can follow the vrana chikitsa. Okay, so for inducing the pakwa avastha, we have to give ushna upanaha. So pittaja, due to pitta dosha, if you are getting vrana, okay, vrana shofa. So pitta dosha, it is already ushnatva, and again if you are giving ushna upanaha, what is happening, there will be excessive pitta dosha will be there, and it leads to the pakwa avastha, and it will leads to very easily we can do the treatment. So that's why it is similar to the causative factor we are giving the treatment. Okay, so ushna upanaha in pittaja vrana shofa. Okay, then hedu viparitarthakari anna, vidradi and vrana shodha. For in that case we can give vidahi annapana. Okay, the patient was suffering with vidradi, patient was suffering with vrana shodha. Okay, in that stage if you are giving vidahi annapana, then what happened, very easily pakwa avastha will be attaining, and we can easily do the treatment. Okay, so that is hedu viparitarthakari. We are inducing the aggravating the doshas, and through that very easily we can remove we can expel the doshas. Then in vadaja unmada, we are doing like fear, we are inducing the bhaya. Okay, vadaja unmada, that is all like a vada dosha predominancy, that is usually happen because of this bhaya only. Okay, and if you are giving if you are doing again, if you are increasing the bhaya, then what happen, unmada we can reduce it. Okay, so it is similar to the causative factors we are doing. So vadaja unmada, for that if you are giving fear, that is an example for the hedu viparitarthakari vihara. What is the cause for getting the disorder? The same thing we are applying to the patient, then through that way the disease is getting reducing, then that is called as hedu viparitarthakari. For that they have given the examples for the aushadha anna vihara. Next one is vyadi viparitarthakari, opposite to, like similar to the disorder we are giving. So chardi roga, in that vamana karma we are doing with the madana phala. Okay. So sometimes in the chardi roga, we don't get exactly the full vomiting. Okay, always the patient will be getting repeated like a chardi will be getting. Okay, like sometimes the full doshas will not be expelling properly. So first time they will get chardi, then after some few hours again they will be vomiting. Like that things will be happening. So there will be food poisoning. So 2-3 times they will be vomiting. So to remove that food poisoning, all those things. So if you give with the madana, if you are inducing vamana karma with the madana phala, then what happened, whatever doshas or whatever the aggravated doshas are there, whatever the remaining food items which is creating the trouble, that's all will become at a stretch with the vamana karma, and after patient will be feeling very light. Okay, so that is vyadi viparitarthakari. So vyadi is chardi, which means that vomiting is happening and it is not happening properly. Then if you induce vomiting, then what happen, so very easily the chardi roga will get reduces. Okay, and the symptoms will get reduces, patient will become okay. Okay, so that is comes under the Vyadi Vipareetarthakari Aushadha. We are giving the same thing which is similar to the Vyadi only, and through that way symptoms are reducing. That comes under the category Vyadi Vipareetarthakari. In Anna, in Pitta Jadisara we are giving Dugdha Sevana. In Pitta Jadisara also same thing. There will be excessive Adisara is happening, and it is a Pitta dosha predominancy, so there will be severe Ushnatva, all the Daha, all the things will be there. So Dugdha, Kshira again it is a Kshira is having an action of Virejana Karma, but it is having that cool properties there, so we can control the Pittaja Adisara. Okay, so that's why in Pittaja Adisara, Dugdha Sevana is indicated. So Dugdha, it is a Virejana action is there, and in Pittaja Adisara if you are giving, so that burning sensation, all those things will become reduces, and the Adisara we can control it. Or if any doshas are still persisting, that it will be removed very easily, and the patient will become okay. Okay, so it is a Vyadi Vipareetarthakari. So it is similar, like Dugdha is also Virejana, and already patient is suffering with Adisara. So the same thing we are inducing. So through that way, patient Vyadi will become reducing. Then improper chardi, in that pravahana if you are doing, like improper, like sometimes they will be getting that urge for vomiting will be there, but proper vomiting is not happening. So in that case you can do pravahana, you can induce the vomiting by putting the fingers into the throat area. So what happened, we are inducing the vomiting. So that like a pravahana type of things we are doing. Okay, so like we are giving some strain, so through that way that symptoms will get reduced. So Vyadi Vipareetarthakari, similar to the Vyadi we are doing the Aushadha Anna Vihara, so that all comes under the Vyadi Vipareetarthakari. Then Ubhaya Vipareetarthakari, which means it will reduce both Hedu and Vyadi, similar to the Hedu and Vyadi. Okay, in Agni Plishta Agaruleva, in Visha Sevana. Okay, in Agni Plishta means like due to the this Agni karma we are getting Plishta Dagda. Okay, so in that if you are giving Agaruleva, it is helpful for the this Vyadi, and it is helpful for the like Nidana, like both will get reduces. So Agaruleva, at the same time it will releases the burn, that Plishta Dagda will become, symptoms will become reduces, and Agaruleva is a Tikshnatva. So it is a Hedu, like it is similar to the causative factor also, at the same time it is similar to the this Vyadi also. Visha in Visha Sevana. Okay, so patient who is suffering with the Jangama Visha, we can give Stavara Visha as a treatment. If a patient is suffering with the Stavara Visha Lakshana, you can give Jangama Visha as a treatment. So like that you can give this treatment we can give. So that comes under the Ubhaya Vipareetarthakari example for Aushadha. Then in Madatya, Madhyapana is indicated. So the patient who is suffering with alcoholism, first of all we will not be giving Madhyapana, no? Like we will be giving Madhya, like we will slowly we will be reducing the dosage of the Madhya. So through that way only we can remove the addiction for the alcohol. So that is also comes under the Ubhay Vipareetarthakari, which means Madhyapana is the reason for getting Madatya Roga. Okay, and the same Madhyapana we are using for the treatment purpose also. Okay, so Hedu Vyadi Vipareetarthakari. So that in that example for Anna is we are giving Madhyapana in Madatya Roga. Then in the Vihara, Urustamba, okay, that is Urustamba disorder. In that we are giving swimming in the water, like because of the excessive straining you have got the Urustamba, stiffness of the thigh region, and you are doing the Vaidya is telling you have to do swimming, you have to do the exercise, then only that the stiffness will become reduces. Okay, because of the strain only the patient has got the stiffness of the thigh region. So the treatment purpose also the same thing. You have to do the swimming. So you are again you have to do the strain. So then what happens? The stiffness will become reduces. So that comes under the Ubhaya Vipareetarthakari. Like Hedu, like due to the strain is the reason for getting Urustamba. The same strain is indicated for the reducing the Vyadi. Okay, so Hedu Vyadi Vipareetarthakari, Ubhaya Vipareetarthakari, example Vihara. Okay, so these are the examples for the each category. It's very very important. Any one of the example they will give you and they will tell you to identify it comes under the which viparita or viparidharthakari. Okay, so very very important. 18 types are there. Hedu viparita aushada, hedu viparita anna, hedu viparita vihara, then vyadi viparita aushada anna vihara, ubaya hedu aushada anna vihara, hedu viparidharthakari aushada anna vihara, vyadi viparidharthakari aushada anna vihara, ubaya viparidharthakari aushada anna vihara. Examples are very very important. Modagarbha Gadi. Okay, 8 types are there. Modagarbha Gadi that you can note down. Sangujita. The first one is Sangujita. Second one is Garbha Pankti. Garbha Pankti. Pankti. Garbha Pankti. Third one is Bhukna. Bhukna. Bhugna. Bhukna. Fourth one is Ubhayatopa. 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 Fifth one is Egatopa. Egatopa. Sixth one is Parivarta. Parivarta. Seventh one is Lamba. Eighth one is Ruju. Ruju or Kijaka. Kijaka. So these are the 8 types of Muda Garbha Gadi. Sangujida, Garbha Pankti, Bhukna, Ubhayatopa, Ekatopa, Parivarta, Lamba, Ruju or Kijaka. Sangujida means the fetus will be folded position. Okay, fetus will be folded and because of that there will be obstruction will be there. Like folded means like severe folding will be happening. Garbha Pankti means the fetus will be lying in transverse position. Fetus lies in a transverse position, so that is creating obstruction, so that is Garbha Pankti. Bhukna, the fetus will be presenting with the back. Okay, fetus like in the Yoni Pradesha, back will be coming. Okay, back of the fetus will be coming and because of that you will be getting Muda Garbha. Okay, fetus presents with its back in the Yoni Pradesha. Next one is Ubhayatopa. The fetus obstructed by both the shoulders, that is called Ubhayatopa. Okay, obstruction will be happening to the Yoni Pradesha by both the shoulders, that is Ubhayatopa. Egatopa means obstruction by one shoulder is Egatopa. Next one is Parivarta. So here the fetus will be completely turned, like turned position, like complete opposite position will be happening, which means the body will be presenting first of all. Fetus is completely turned, body is presenting, that is called Parivarta. Lamba means fetus will be in vertical position. Fetus is in vertical position, that is Lamba. Ruju means fetus will be in an upright position. Upright position. Fetus is in upright position. So these are the 8 type of Gadi which will create Muda Garbha. Next one is Muda Garbha types they have mentioned. So 4 types. Muda Garbha Gadi, 8 varieties are there. Muda Garbha. Okay, that is 4 varieties are there. Kila, Pradikura, Parikha, Bijaga. Kila means Urdhva, Bahu, Shira, Pada. Okay, both hands and feet. Okay, both the hand, feet and head of the fetus. Shira. Okay, Urdhva, Bahu, both the hands. Shira, head is coming. Pada, feet. Okay, both the hands, feet and head of the fetus will be facing upward and creating the obstruction. Okay, Urdhva, Bahu, Shira, Pada. Both the hands, feet and head of the fetus will be facing upward and it is creating obstruction to the labor. So that position is called Kila. Next one is Pradikura. So that is Nisrudha Hasta Pada Shiraha Kaya Sangi. Okay, Nisrudha Hasta Pada Shiraha, which means here the fetus is get constricted. Okay, the fetus is getting obstructed by its body presenting with the head, hand and feet all together. Hasta Pada Shira. Okay, hand, feet, head, these are all will be presenting to the yoni pradesha and it creating the obstruction, that is called pradikura. Okay, which means that part of the head, part of the hand and feet, these are all will be presenting all together in the vagina, that is called pradikura. Okay, part of the head, part of the hand, part of the feet, these are all will be presenting in the vaginal delivery, so that is called pradikura. In Keela, that is also the same thing, but what happened means here it is not presenting. Okay, hand, feet and head, these are all comes in the yoni pradesha and it will create a wedge-like position. Okay, wedge-like position will be creating and it will create the obstructed labor. In pradikura, you can see in the vaginal opening, you can see the part of the hand, part of the feet, part of the head. These are all you can see in the vaginal opening, that is called pradikura. Next one is pareekha. Yastu pareekha iva. Here it is indicating compound presentation of the fetus. Okay, compound presentation of the fetus with both hand and head. Both hand and head, that is called pareekha. Sorry, it is not pareekha, it is bijaga. Okay, sorry, bijaga. Yoni nirgachade ega shirobhuja, which means in the yoni pradesha you can see the head and you can see one hand, that is called bijaga. Okay, bijaga means yoni nirgachade ega shirobhuja, which means in the yoni pradesha you can see the head and plus one hand if it is coming, that is called bijaga. Pareekha means it is like an iron rod, like the fetus is get obstructed due to just that obstruction, that yoni pradesha has become obstructed like a iron rod. Like iron rod we are using for the shutting the doors. In the same way, just like an iron rod, like the fetus is creating an obstruction in the yoni marga. Okay, like an iron rod, it is getting obstructing the yoni marga, that is called pareekha. Okay, yastu pareekha iva, just like an iron rod, this will create a obstruction to the passage, so that is called as pareekha. Okay, fetus itself getting obstructing the passage. How the iron rod is shutting the doors, in the same way the fetus itself it is creating an obstruction, so that is called pareekha. Bijaga means head will be coming, one hand will be coming, that is called bijaga. Okay, so these are the Muda Garbha Bheda. Muda Garbha Gadi 8, Muda Garbha Bheda 4. Next one is you can see Shadaponaga. Shadaponaga you can see as a type in Bhagandara also. At the same time in Shuga Dosha also you are getting Shadaponaga condition. Tilakalaga, it comes under Shudra Roga also. At the same time in Shuga Dosha also you can see Tilakalaga. Sarshapika, it comes under the Prameha Pedaga. At the same time in Shuga Dosha also Sarshapika disorder is there. So in the same name you can see in the different conditions. Next one is name of the asti and how the bhakna will be happening in that asti we can see. So Tarunasti always namyande. Namyande means bent. Okay, so Tarunasti always will be bending. Okay, so in Tarunasti if you are getting a trauma or a fracture, always the bones will become bent only. Okay, Tarunasti always namyande. Kapalasti it is always vibhadyante. Vibhadyante means breaking. Okay, sorry. Fissure will be coming. Okay, fissure, vibhadyante, fissures will be happening. In Kapalasti always fissures will be happening. Then Nalagasti. In Nalagasti, bhajyante, breaking will be happening. Nalagasti is always breaking will be happening. Nalagasti is bhajyante. Rujakasti, it always do the spudandi, which means crack will be coming. Okay, Rujakasti, in always spudandi, cracking will be happening. Okay, so these are the asti and how the fracture will be happening. Okay, so Tarunasti namyande, Kapalasti vibhidyante, Nalagasti bhajyante, Rujakasti spudayanti. Okay, so next page we'll discuss on the next class.